crimson tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He'll start this drive firing. Catch in the middle, it's Green. They get him down after he makes the catch. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Snags it over the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sampson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Going to the running game. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Hilton. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Discards a man. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Turner. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The sure hands. It's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back has it. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th-quarter lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Kentucky. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. Finds a spot in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Looking for a block. It's Anderson. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the left side. Runs through a tackle. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Dumps it to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Sampson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The give from the gun. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Manning. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You've got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Prentice. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That last completion sets him up on second down. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And here they come, almost all the way back. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Dropping back, it's Braxton. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. LSU 31, Alabama 26.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. A first down for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looking for a man. It's Braxton. Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd down, going up top. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it up to 30. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Looking for a man. It's Braxton. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. Calling a timeout here. You have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. On second down, just keeps firing. Finds a tight end. It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. If you're in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with the W.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half, but D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So South Carolina's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius.
And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Bringing it back, it's Prentice. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, Dave.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes... So it's going to
the wideout.
get him going early and often.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Tide!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
9, South Carolina.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Second down now after the sack. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And he feels the heat coming in. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. They're trying to get to it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. To throw, it's Sellers. Working the middle, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Gamecocks are on the move.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they got him for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up in that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. To the air, it's Braxton. They're bringing heat. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. It's a draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They've got the screen set up. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The give to the back. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Caught in the backfield, it's Harbour. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They turn to the passing game on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Sellers. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Short gain on the play before he slides. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Caldwell. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Keeps the play going. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Tackled, but he has a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Gets it out quickly. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. And after yet another third down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. And he was so close to scoring with that one, but he's shoved out of bounds at the 2. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime. Regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Scanning the field, it's Braxton. Just a short pass to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. And the returner will be knocked down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense gets to the quarterback. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Got a man, it's Miller.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarter. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Got it set up on the outside. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Flips it out in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
As an offense, you've got to know in this part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. The give is to Miller. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On his way from around the 50. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Dances away from 1. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Throws to the tight end. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He'll pull it on the read.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Looking to pass. It's Braxton. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. This offense has a second down play. The give. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Alabama will get the first down. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. They're going to test the right side with this one. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught in the backfield, it's Wall. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll send out the kicker here. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Southern. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To the ground with the back. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And they can't make the play on third down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fair catch, called for and made. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll leave it with him. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
No gains on the play.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Miller with the ball. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and look for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. On the ground with the counter. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Fast motion from the offense. Pocket starts to collapse. Going to try to get it himself. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
And this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on 3rd down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense.
They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks are on the move. He'll keep it himself. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. Smashes through. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the offense. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Wiggles free. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. And the returner will be dragged down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drop.
Going for the big play. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And we just flat ran over it.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The give to the tailback. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. After the run, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Alabama! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Back to throw, it's Sellers. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends. Go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes. But you got to find something to have success.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He'll come out throwing on first down, moving away from pressure. Still on his feet at the 45. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Caldwell. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Makes the grab. It's Caldwell. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Zings it complete to the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The give to the left. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going up top on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But, David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this win.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect, you talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that? You beat good teams. That's what you do. You beat ranked teams that people think a lot of. This team pulls off the ranked upset, and guess what? Now what happens? You start to maybe find your team in the ranked spot.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
He'll try it again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to throw, it's Rashada. Makes his connection. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going, with the 3rd and long coming up. And down he goes back at the 3.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. He'll bring it back. It's Hale. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got a man. It's Humphreys. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Finds a man in the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's dealt. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Prentice. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pressure coming. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Wants to return it. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The offense set for a 1st down play. They move the tight end all over. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Wideout in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Working on the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Off play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll try to run for it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's right on target. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Dropping back, it's Rashada. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Inside the 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown tie. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the move, it's Etienne. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get to him. A little screen to the running back. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Rashada. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Trying play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Georgia sends out the punt team. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, baby.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Grishada. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Fast motion from the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the boot, looking for his man. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
This is a 3rd and long. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Georgia lining up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. The give is to Miller. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's open on the right, and they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Dropping back, it's Braxton. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Etienne. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They keep attacking through the air. Finds his man. It's Etienne. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. They'll immediately call timeout. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Using his legs, it's Etienne. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A little over 20 seconds to play in the half as they take it on first and 10. He's got it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Prentice. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
And the Dogs will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football falling out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll give it to the back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wants to throw. It's Rashada. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's looking to throw.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Here comes that Alabama offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's
afterburners coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put them up here in the second half. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They're up by 7 over BYU.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He finds his man.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Power football with the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Rashada. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Etienne. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. If they pick the spot, it's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23. Movement here from the tight end. To the air, it's Rashada. They're setting up the screen, and they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Haynes. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After that last completion, it's second down. They'll run play action. And they're on him immediately. Down goes their quarterback.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Looking to throw, it's Rashada. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They're testing the right side here.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pulls it in, it's Etienne. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lets it fly. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the too late. To throw, it's Rashada. They're trying to get to him. And the defense swarms him under the two-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game.
The score, Alabama 17, Georgia 15.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks the tackle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's Rashada. He's got it down the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. With the catch, it's Bell. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Robinson. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
My goodness gracious, he is on fire. Are you kidding me? 5 sacks last week. That's his 3rd today. Everything he's doing is working, and these quarterbacks have to be absolutely scared out of their minds.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the try is no good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there.
17, Georgia, 15.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's got it on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Dropping back, it's Rashada. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He's got it on the run. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players, got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.